to become who you want to be.
You're helping your opponent. You're a fool. Even though you want to win this battle. Now which one of us is screwing around?
Oh boy, what is up everyone? My name is FM Sorcerer, and today we have some information on a possible brand new Kingsisle MMO. So basically guys, there was recently a picture that was leaked on Twitter, the Wizard Twitter, that showed a possible new MMO that Kingsisle is working on called Hero 101. Now I don't know about you guys, but that sounds super awesome to me because I love heroes. I mean, who doesn't? Well, I guess villains don't. Or people who don't like anything. But yo, that sounds really cool because I mean everybody all this time has been thinking about, oh, if there was going to be a new Kingsisle MMO like Wiz, what would it be? Ninja 101 or Knight 101 or I Want to Die 101? But no one ever thought about Hero 101. Well, maybe somebody did, but Kingsisle was like, psych boy, we thought about it first. But even still, if this is going to be their next game, and you know, this isn't something that was old, because there have been some job postings by KI in the past that people got really excited about and they were like, wow, they're working on a new MMO. I actually made a video about one a while back if you want to check it out right now. I made a vid a while ago about this new job listing that Kingsisle had up for a new MMO, and they were asking for somebody who knew how to, you know, do world design and come up with stories and stuff like that. And it was really cool because it was like, wow, they might be making a new game. But then we found out that this was actually an old listing. We were like, wow, we're not that smart after all. But even still, maybe that listing has some kind of connection to this picture right here, where you can see that this is basically somebody's resume. So this woman is obviously an old employee of Kingsisle and she's looking for a new job because, you know, you got to get that money. And she has on her resume positions that she's had in the past, obviously. And one of them is Wizard 101. And then the next we see is Hero 101. And it says that these were reoccurring roles. So in my mind, if she was reoccurring on both Wiz and Hero 101, then that would mean that she's obviously going back more than once. It wasn't just a one-time thing. So that could possibly eliminate that this Hero 101 was just like a one-time thing that KI never decided to go on with. If this was reoccurring and she had to go back multiple times, then you'd assume that this might be something that they're currently working on. And then there's also this game called Spacecast by Kingsisle as well. I don't really know what that is. It might be another mobile game or something. I've had enough of those. Now the way we can tell that Hero 101 is probably going to be an MMO is the fact that not only does it have 101 like Wizard 101 and Pirate 101, which are both already Kingsisle MMOs, but she placed it right here next to Wizard 101 and not on some separate line or something like that, so it's probably to the same standard. But right here is another screenshot that was found by AlphaStare that shows, you know, a job listing that KI has had up for a new MMO. And you can see right here that they have Pirate 101, Wizard 101, mobile stuff. And then they've got down here towards the bottom, unannounced MMO. There's two sections, and the first one just says 3D character artwork, 2D concepts, character pipeline development. And then the other one has a lot more stuff that they need somebody who's new to the team to be able to do, including 3D prop artwork, 2D concepts, 2D art for UI, animations and effects, basic rigging and skinning, UI design, and some software stuff. So the most interesting thing right here is that it says animations and effects, which is something that Wiz needs as well, and Pirate 101, because they both require animations for the spells casting and other stuff like that, you know. So if Hero 101 is their next MMO and this job listing up here does apply to somebody who is trying to get a job at Kingsisle, then that means that they are definitely looking for someone who would be able to work on Hero 101 in the same sense that they are able to work on Wizard 101 as well. And another clue is the actual application that KI had put up a while ago that I talked about in my video. This was the other one where they asked of similar things. They want you to have a lot of experience and they want you to be able to create new game content and come up with storylines and stuff like that. So if these two applications are related, then that definitely gives a lot of hints that it could be Hero 101 that they're referring to. Now let's talk for a moment about the name Hero 101, because in my opinion, it sounds really cool. I mean, just saying it, Hero 101, is really nice and it rolls off the tongue nicely. And of course, the actual point of the game, which would more than likely be superheroes and maybe even super villains, would be a really unique spin that Kingsisle hasn't done before. And I think it would probably be even more interesting than Wizard 101 and Pirate 101. But not only that, another reason why I'm really hyped for Hero 101, if it is real, is because it reminds me a lot of My Hero Academia, which is an anime in case you have not heard of it before. Guys, this show is so good. If you have never seen My Hero Academia, you have to watch it. This is a really awesome show, and it's basically about this boy who wants to be the world's greatest hero, and he goes to an academy where there's a whole bunch of other kids his age who also want to be heroes when they grow up.
If I don't time this landing right, there's no way I'll be able to keep the lead. I have to take them out of the running! I can show the world who I am!
And guys, the potential of what KI could do with a game called Hero 101 reminds me a lot of My Hero Academia. So since this game would be about superheroes, there would probably be different classes to choose from at the start, just like Wizard 101. I was thinking about it and I kind of assumed that they would have 3 different choices at the beginning, like superhero, anti-hero, or supervillain, and you could choose which one you'd want to be. This already sets it apart from Wiz because a lot of people have talked about, oh, in the 3rd arc, maybe we could be evil, maybe we could choose a different path to go. It doesn't seem like we're going to end up doing that, but we'll have to see, I guess. However, that's always just been a thought. Whereas if KI created an entirely new game like this, which obviously with every hero there always comes a villain, then maybe we, the players, could choose to go our own path and be evil for once and see how that would go. There would be an entirely different storyline that comes along with it. Or maybe if you didn't want to be a hero, but you also didn't want to be a villain, you could be an anti-hero, which is somewhat in between, you know, like Harley Quinn.
Batsy. Bats, you're ruining date night!
Another thing to think about is what type of powers we would have in this game. Being about superheroes, they could really go a lot of different ways with this and be innovative and unique and have all sorts of different cool powers like healing, fire, ice, strength, teleporting, telepathy, flying, shadow bending, lightning, controlling. They could really do anything, guys. There's these 2 characters in My Hero Academia, and one of them is named Todoroki. He's able to use ice and fire on both sides of his body, and it looks insanely awesome, guys. I mean, this dude is overpowered. Not only that, but the character himself is also really interesting too.
Amazing.
The other character is this guy named Baku, whose power is fire. He's able to use it like explosion so he can send himself flying through the air and also deliver some really heavy hits.
If you're gonna face me, you can't half-ass it! Try everything you can to defeat me, don't you dare hold back!
Yo, this kid has some of the funniest moments in the show.
At least now you know what a future pro looks like. Now move it, extras.
You can't walk around calling people extras just because you don't know who they are!
So guys, this new game definitely sounds like it has a lot of potential to me, especially with what they could do with the power. And not only that, this now raises the question of whether or not it might end up being better than Wizard 101 or Kingsisle's way of trying to save their company, since Wizard 101 is kind of a dying game. Now, in my opinion, several ways that they can make this game better than Wiz, or at least a reasonable switchover, would be to have the graphics be at least substantially better, or maybe Pirate 101 level, because a lot of people don't really recognize the fact that Pirate 101's graphics are actually better than Wiz, and a lot of things in Pirate 101 are more unique than Wizard 101, and they kind of did make sure to separate the 2 games so that there is a little bit of creativity in both. But Wiz is obviously the more outdated game and the one that people have been complaining about the most, since a lot of players still play Wiz. They see a lot more issues with it, and one of them definitely is the outdated graphics. And I've said in the past, and lots of other players have asked, that Kingsisle will maybe improve the graphics. Even if they don't make them insanely good, maybe they can replicate the commercials a little bit, or at least make them unique. And I think a new game like this, if Kingsisle puts enough work into it, definitely is their chance to make the game graphically better, maybe like the Wizard 101 commercials look. In my opinion, if you take that and you also add the aspects of a Hero 101 game, that sounds freaking insane. Not only would they have to do better with graphics in this game than they do with Wizard 101, but they'd also have to market it a little bit more, because Wizard 101 used to run commercials all the time, and that was actually a large part of how the fan base was developed for Wiz. There were so many players, there used to be millions, but now they never run any more commercials, and it's really strange. So if they are going to make a new game, then they definitely need to advertise it, at least to the amount that they used to advertise Wiz, if not even more. I think something like this definitely would find an audience, and it would already keep everybody who plays Wizard 101 and Pirate 101 as well. But yeah, hopefully Hero 101 ends up being an actual game that KI is working on, and if not, then maybe they will see this video somehow, and maybe you guys will start working on it then again if you guys were working on it in the past. But that's pretty much all, guys. Let's try to reach 50 likes, and can we gain 15 new subscribers? If you're new, go ahead and subscribe. But other than that, I hope you all have a good day, and I will see you all in the next vid. Peace.